everyone, I'm Lexi, and I know I said my next video would be animated, but I'm still learning, to be honest, and I do want it to look really good for you guys, so I haven't done it. I do promise at some point, though, there will be an animation, just probably not anytime soon. Also, I'm a huge procrastinator, so you know, there's that. Anywho, I decided that I'll at least do something for you guys, so I'm doing something now that I'm calling D-Reedy. It sounded a lot cooler in my head. As in Dungeons & Dragons redesign. Basically, I'm going to redesign characters from either different fandoms or something and redesign them as D&D classes or certain characters that I've made. So this character, if you didn't already know, is going to be Snow White as a monk. And in all honesty, I'm thinking of making this into a series, so let me know if that's something you guys want to see, please. Now, I am going to jump in every now and again and tell you what I'm doing because why not? Anywho, I hope you enjoy it. So, as you can see, I'm outlining the hair and face and stuff, and I had a really hard time with it, mainly the hair. I didn't know how to get it right, but eventually, after having a picture of Snow White in a different tab and trying over and over and over again, I eventually got it. So here we get to the color. The face and hands, or really any place that shows her skin tone, is pretty simple in my opinion. See, I just use the same color for my characters, but that's gonna change when I do different princesses, like Tiana or Jasmine, you know, the ones with darker skin tones. It's easier for me with Caucasian princesses. However, the hardest part of the coloring was everything else. Trying to get the color of the clothes, eyes, and hair just right so it shares the likeness to the original source material. You can see in the video, you can't see in the video, but I had a color wheel in the corner and I was mixing and matching and adjusting the color to try and match Snow White's dress and stuff, and all in all though, I think I did a pretty good job. However, as I always say, there is always room for improvement, so it definitely could be better, but still with what I did and what I worked with, I feel like it was pretty good. So as you can see here, I tried doing the hair. I was looking at a picture and saw that it had a little bit of blue tint to it. So I tried to make it black at first, but I realized it didn't really work and tried to do it later. Thus, I switched to the eyes, which happened to be brown. I never noticed that before. The more you know, I guess. So now you can see I am now working on the hair. It took me a while because the hair was either too dark, too blue, or even gray at times, until I finally got it. I was so happy when I did get it. I feel like it looks like your hair if it was more modern anime, you know? Now, the reason I'm leaving the underside of the part, is that what it's called? Blank at the moment, was because I was going to make it a tad lighter than the rest of the hair, even though it should be darker. Probably. I just thought it would add that little extra oomph, you know? Now we are on to the shading of her now for the face. I mainly used soft shading, like a dusky pink for the cheeks and a darker shade of the skin tone for the rest of it. Every other shaded part is not softly shaded. Personally, I think it looks good, and I hope you think so too. With the shading, I've always had trouble with the constant source of light. For my drawings, like I always had trouble like trying to shade it just in the right way if there was a source of light. I just shaded whatever I thought would have a shadow or whatever. I tried my hardest here for a constant source of light and placing the shadows where they would be depending on where the light is. I decided it would be at the top right corner of the screen, and I hope I did well. So now we're at the last part, highlighting. I only highlighted a little bit, so here I do the hair, then the face, and then a little bit of the clothing. You'll see in a bit. And that's her, Snow White as a monk. Again, I think she could be better, but for a lot of first attempts, I think I didn't do too bad. She was created by Disney in 1938 and put into a colored film, Technicolor film, a few years later, maybe even in the 50s. I think that was when Technicolor really became like a thing. Personally, I think it's pretty fitting, doing the first Disney princess as the first drawing here. Unfortunately though, it looks like my time is just about up. If you like it, please let me know. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Helps out a lot. And if you want to see who's next on the Disney roster, follow me on Instagram. And thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time of day it is, and be ready to see our next princess, Miss Long Hair Rapunzel, in the next video. Bye!